Court, ladies and gentlemen. Will you please welcome the People's College?
Good evening. This is, if you haven't guessed, myself, Percy French. 1854 to 1920. Songwriter, entertainer, artist, journalist, inspector of drains, and as if that wasn't enough, haven't they given me another job? Oh. Inspector of them water meters.
As you're waiting in the train, you hear their hearts sing this refrain. Are you right there, Michael? Are you right? Do you think that we'll be home before the night? Well, it took so long to start that you couldn't say we're starting. You're right there, Michael, so you might.
Are you right there, Michael? Are you right? Have you got the parcel there for Mrs. White?
Oh, you haven't, so we gotta say it's coming down tomorrow. And it might now, Michael, so it might.
Are you right there, Michael? Are you right? Do you think that we can get the fire to light?
Oh, an hour you require for the tough it might be drier. And it might now, Michael, so it might. Are you right there, Michael? Are you right? Do you think that we'll be home before the night? Well, it all depends on whether the old engine holds together. And it might now, Michael, so it might.
Let me transport you to the back parlour to the 17th century of Buckingham Palace, where Queen Elizabeth and the Earl of Essex are sitting down to breakfast.
I'm no great fist at geography, but I know the place you mean. Population 3 million. Exports emigrants.
Well, I have been reading the Dublin Evening Mail and the Telegraph for some time back, and Sir Bishop can get to the truth of how things is going. For the leading articles is as contradictory as if they was husband and wife. What I want you to do is to run over there to Ireland like a good fella and bring me back news of how matters stand.
Is it me? It's not an earnest jar, old lady. It's just the height of the London season. Everyone's in town. And Shake's new fairy piece, The Midsummer's Nightmare, billed for next week.
Well, you'll go when you're told if you know what's on your bread is buttered on. But see here now, you ought to be pleased as punch about it, for you'll be cock of the walk over there, and your vice regent representing me.
I ought to have a title or two. His Gloriosity of Great Panzer Anthem, would I like all that?
Well, how would His Excellency, the Lord Lieutenant of Ireland, strike you?
First class. Couldn't be better. It doesn't mean much, but it's alliterative and will look well below the number on my hall door.
Took me a long time to get there though, through not knowing the road. But with the help of a pocket compass and a tip to the steward, he was landed at last, contagious to Donoghue Island.
That's grand weather we're having.
Good enough for the times that's in it.
Any diversion going on?
You're a stranger in these parts, I'm thinking, or you'd know this was band night in Donoghue.
I wasn't aware of it. The fact is, I only landed from England just this minute.
There's little they know about us over there. I hold you the Queen herself doesn't know there's to be fireworks in Sorrento Gardens tonight.
So taken was he with the girls he found. Thick as bees they were, and each one as pretty as the day and the morrow.
Fair enchantress.
That be me.
I wish I was back in London, basking in your sweet smiles and listening to your melodious voice once more.
Get away out of that, you varmint!
I got the consignment of men and the post office order all right. I was out all morning looking for the enemy, but saw a taste of few and neither as men could I find.
How's it going, Essex?
Not too bad, Hugh.
Tell Ned Spencer to send me a love song to sing to a young girl who seems taken with me appearance. Her name is Mary. She lives in Dunleary, so he oughtn't to find it hard. I hear Hugh O'Neill's a terror and strikes a powerful welt when you're not looking. If he tries any of them games on with me, I'll tell them in charge. No brawling for yours truly.
And is there any talk of the esplanade from Sandy Cove to Dunleary?
There's talk about it, but that's all.
And what about that new Lewis line?
Just started, not much done.
Still what you seem to have done beyond spending me money. Is that the 3 straps sticking out of your pocket? Or are you just pleased to see me? Lines to Mary. Oh, holy day, fella. So that's what you've been up to, is it? Mrs. Brady's a widow lady, and she has a charming daughter I adore. She's such a darling. She's like a starling. And in love with her, I'm getting more and more. Her name is Mary, and she's from Dunleary. And her mother keeps a little candy store. Well, that settles it. Sergeant at arms. Arrest that man.
Fair cop, Gov.
Arrest that traitor and never let me set eyes on him again.
And indeed, she never did. For soon after that, Essex met his death from the blow of an axe he got when he was standing on Tower Hill.
Just wrote out a letter to his neighbours, one and all,
I didn't get one.
as to how he liked their company one evening at a ball. And when writing out, he was careful to suggest that if they saw a hat of his conveyed to the door, the more they put in, whenever he requested, the better would the music be for a band.
In a small hotel in London, as I was sitting down to dine, the waiter brought the register and asked me if I would sign. And as I signed, I saw a name that set my heart to stir, a certain Francis Farley that signed the register. I knew a lot of Farleys, and out of all the crew, I kept on sort of wondering, which Farley were you? And when I finished dinner, I sat back in my chair, going round my native land to find what Farley you were.
Were you the keen-eyed Kerryman I met below Kenmare, who told me that when Ireland fought, the odds were never fair? If Cromwell had met Sarsfield or met Owen O'Neill, it's not to Mr. Gladstone we'd be looking for repeal. Would have Ireland for the Irish, not a Saxon to be seen, and only Gaelic spoken in that house in College Green. Told me landlords were the devil, their agents 10 times worse, and every sort of government for Ireland was a curse. Oh, if you're that Francis Farley, your dreams have not come true. Still, sláinte, Francine, for I like a man like you.
Or were you the Francis Farley that often used to say, he's like the blood in Pafishes and Derry walls away, the boy who used to bother me, that Orange Lodge to join, and thought that history started with the Battle of the Boyne. I was not at all with you, Francis. Pope is not my friend, but still, poor man, I hope he'll die without that bloody end. And when you're quit from Clare yourself and get the kingdom come, there's no use teaching you to harp, but play the orange drum. Och, you were a fighter, of that I had no doubt, for I seen you in Belfast one night when the Antrim Road was out, and many a time that evening I thought that you were dead. The way them Papa's paving stones was hopping off your head. Oh, if you're the Francis Farley that came from north to Rome. Here's looking to you, Francis, but do leave the Pope alone.
Or are you the Francis Farley that in my college days, while strolling on the Kingston Pier, you had a curious craze? Do you mind them lovely sisters, the blonde and the brunette? I've not forgotten, and I know you don't forget, the picnic at the Dargle and the others at the Scalp. How my heart was palpitating. Hers wasn't, not a pop. They say you married money, that maybe you were wise, but the gold you loved was in her hair and the diamonds in her eyes. So I hope one day you married her, and you're with her yet. It was a Milesian officer that married the brunette, but the blonde one always loved you, and you loved her too. So my blessings on you, Francis, and the blue sky over you.
Or were you the Francis Farley I met so long ago in the bog below Belmullet in the county of Mayo? That long-legged, freckled Francis with the deep-set, wistful eyes that seemed to take their colour from the ever-changing skies, that put his flute together as he sketched the distant scene and played me Planxty Kelly in the wakes of Inniskeen, that told me in the autumn he'd be sailing to the west to try and make his fortune and send money to the rest. And would I draw a picture of the place where he was born, and he'd hang it up and look at it and not feel so forlorn. And when I had it finished, you got up from where you sat and you said, well, you're the divil, and I can't say more than that. Oh, if you're that Francis Farley, your fortune may be small, but I'm thinking, Francis, I love you best of all. And I never can forget you, though it's years and years ago, in the bog below Belmullet, in the county of Mayo.
We had two daughters, and each one in turn was offered in marriage to James the O'Byrne. And Lizzie was pretty, but Jane she was plain. So to make up the difference, Bríd would explain.
I'll give you the best heifer I have in me land, be way of a token. For Jane, understand.
He was charming the words of the bush, and that left the lad in a horrid non-blush. Now we know that I think he was remarkably pretty, but we can't say the same for Jane. The sailors on the river of the pipes of a heifer between the pretty and the plain. And so that I think he was remarkably pretty, but we can't say the same for Jane. The sailors on the river of the pipes of a heifer between the pretty and the plain.
Weira. Why didn't them Germans declare war 40 years ago and give me a chance? Here I am, nothing to do but write copyheads for little gossoons who'd be better off chasing butterflies. The Hun saw my son with a gun, he run. The shell played in the well. Oh, come in.
You're busy, Mr. Kavanagh.
To me to write a love letter.
I'll put in the love. Hurry up now. I want to begin talking to him.
Dear Andra, butter is getting a fine price, which is good for those who have it to sell. Bread is also up. But thank God we can make our own.
I wouldn't begin like that. And he told me, me darling.
And he told me, me darling.
Now, you go on.
And he told me, me darling. How's affection?
But I would rather have you, dear, than 1,000 hogs.
Great fall in the price of hogs. Hurry up now. He's the postman coming down to lift the letters.
Oh, my 1,000 kisses to you, my heart's delight.
Yeah, delight.
And my pillow prayer every night is...
Night is...
that God may send you safe home to your loving little Eileen.
Eileen.
Do you think he'll like it?
Ah, he will. He will. All we want is the address.
Oh, the address.
Andra Glen.
Aldershot.
Aldershot?
Yes, 'tis a town he took from the Germans the first week he joined.
A town he took from the Germans? 'Tis in the heart of England. And then when the call came, wasn't he the first to hear the call? And go and join the colours. Ah, he's not fighting yet. But he's learning how to fight. And where he's going, it's no joke. Oh, God, girl, you don't know a hero when you see him.
Give me the letter.
You'll burn it.
You have your stamp on you.
Ah, good girl. Good girl.
Ivy, no, my heart is growing brave, ever since the day you wandered far away. Ivy, no, there's much wishing to say, but there's no one like the pride of Petrobone.
There are lodgings that advertise bed and board for 5 shillings. But you can't tell very often which is the bed and which is the board.
There's no carafe in my room, no water bottle.
Well, no. I always thought a giraffe was a classical bird.
I left these boots out last night and nobody touched them.
Well, you see, sir, that's the kind of hotel we keep. You could leave your gold watch outside.
You wouldn't have me in jail for the races of Ballyclad.
Oh, I would not, Larry, but justice must be done. And the man who wouldn't oblige an old friend to the amount of a couple of pheasants and a 12-pound fish, such a man, I say, could easily be guilty of manslaughter.
John Muldoon of Colorwellan versus James McHugh and Mary Ann McHugh of Corriglass. From information received.
That'll be the whistleblower, huh?
I examined him for wounds or abrasions, but could find none except where his head was broken in by some blunt instrument resembling or of the nature of an iron pot. I then proceeded to Corriglass. I found James McHugh in great disorder of mind and body. He said he'd been drowned in a bog hole and could not talk. But sir, his sister could talk. She's a fine masterpiece of a woman.
Oh, John Muldoon!
Call John Muldoon!
Call John Muldoon! Call John Muldoon!
Call John Muldoon!
Now, John, what have you to say for yourself? Last Wednesday, Conrad's. Last Wednesday? When was that? 8 days ago, last Wednesday. Is this a case of trespass or assault? Assault, sir. By that outrageous bombastical of a woman. Never mind how she strikes you. I wouldn't mind she didn't strike me. With that big old iron pot. I really only telling her what she was.
That reminds me, there's a letter here for yourself since yesterday. 'Tis on His Majesty's service.
Well, I wonder what the government has against me.
Have you paid your property tax?
I've heard of people being arrested for obtaining goods under false pretenses.
Do you think it is that, Julia?
Nah, Sergeant Kilrain would have made that a personal affair, Michael.
I doubt he would.
Hold on. Maybe it is the abdication of King George himself, handing over the throne of Ireland to Michael O'Ryan of Kilnathan.
Well, if it is, Julia, you'll be the first one and asked to be my royal consort.
That's lovely. Hold on a minute. Consort? Is that a respectable situation for a girl?
Ah, it is the same thing as a wife. Only they call them consorts in them latitudes. Oh no, is it a bargain?
Huh? It's an out husband I'd have.
50 55 to the minute, no more.
Sure, 55's a great age.
For a woman, maybe. Oh, but not for a man. Oh, a man's a man for all that, as the good book says.
Well, let's see what's in the letter first.
Oh, maybe you're right. Might only be one of them birthday honours.
It'll be Lord Michael.
Killing the vat. Holy pewter, what's this? An order for 5 shillings. Oh, be this and be that. This must be the old age pension that Finnerty wrote about. Well, sure, I never thought I'd get it. I thought he'd want to know what me real age was or some such hocus pocus. I wonder what age he has me down for. 76! Oh, tell a good one while you're at it, huh? I'll take a shilling's worth of that tobacco, Julia girl. I think there's a small account to give me for a few shillings.
Yeah.
Take it all that. I don't any change.
King George might have done the decent thing.
Don't say a word to King George. He's a right fella. A wise and salubrious man. And well knows who deserves a pension. Well, having regulated me affairs, I will now make a vacation of these premises, where I arrived without enthusiasm and depart without any manifestation of uncontrollable grief or regret.
Oh, Michael, what a hurry you're in.
Take it near the fire, Michael.
Have a cup of tea, Michael.
Sing a song, Michael.
What a hurry you're in. Have an air at the fire. Have a cup of tea. Sing us a song. Oh, 'tis the old times come back again. Did I ever say a cross word to you?
Never, Michael, not one.
I doubt you're a liar, but we leave it so. Did you say sing us a song, Julia?
I did, Michael. Sing us a blast of Come Back, Paddy Riley.
Sure, that one's the chorus, scare you. Oh, wait a while now, go on. That's some of the neighbours I see out there. Men of Ballybone, you have doubtless heard that I am in receipt of a government pension. No top-ups. Under these mellifluous circumstances, I will ask you to join me in a chorus. Friends at a distance, please accept this notice. The garden of Eden is vanished this year, but I know the light of each day. Just turn to the left at the bridge of Finney. And stop when halfway to the end. It's there I find it. I know sure the fortune has come. All the grass do up, do up. Tones that are tender and tones that are tough come whispering over the sea. Come back, Paddy Riley, to Paris. Do up, come on, Paddy Riley, to me. Do up, do up.
behalf of the fantastic cast. Just like to say, thank everybody, each and every one of you, for coming here tonight, giving up your time. Well done. Thanks a million.
Shattered.
Will you?
I enjoyed it. A lot of hard work has gone in. I hope it showed.
I feel it went. Don't ask me how it went. The audience.
We might. Oh yeah, we're always happy. We'll go all day and night, yes. I know, but tomorrow night we'll compose more tomorrow.
What they paid for.
Spoken like a true businessman.
So leave now, it's over. Are you taping me here? Yes, I'm looking forward to doing it tomorrow. And tomorrow I may make you autographs.